Is up, Bills Mafia. We have 325 days to go, 272 days. We have 263 days. We have 240 days to go. We have 198. We have 154 days. We have 97 days to go. We have 86 days to go. We have 55 days to go until the Buffalo Bills win Super Bowl 57.
And now it is time for the only channel dedicated to counting down the days until the Buffalo Bills win Super Bowl 57.
I just don't know if they're going to make it.
What is up, Bills Mafia? We have 42 days to go until our Buffalo Bills win Super Bowl 57. This channel is documenting every single day leading up to that amazing moment with a video, or down the stretch, I am just going to go live every night. Live. We're going to do it live. Mr. Bob Marsh, if you're still on, get better, man. If you have what I had a couple weeks ago, I am sorry. That flu is just crazy. Get better, man. And Big J. Woo! Big J in the house. What is up, my friend? Big J, one of my regulars. Ha ha. And he says, tomorrow's the big day. Doggone Skippy, right? It's the big day. Tomorrow's game is a playoff game. That's what tomorrow is. It's a playoff. The playoffs start tomorrow. Josh Allen, the next Elway, says the road to the Super Bowl goes through Buffalo. Better go through Buffalo. And Josh Allen is the next. Elway has a prediction about Josh and what he's going to do tomorrow. 337 yards and 4 touchdowns. I think that's definitely doable. I think that is definitely doable. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And by the end of the stream, I'm going to reveal the one player on defense that is going to make a gigantic game-changing play tomorrow, and my one player on offense that is going to make one gigantic game-changing play. I'm going to have basically my prediction for my offensive MVP and my defensive MVP, but mostly just because of one play. They may or may not, light it up all day, all night long, but they're going to have a gigantic play in the game. And a little hint for the offensive guy, it's not Josh Allen. That would be too easy. Josh Allen's going to have plenty of those, but there's going to be one player on defense and one player on offense that's going to absolutely do something spectacular that when we look back at our win on Monday night in Cincinnati, we're going to say that play on defense and that play on offense, those two plays were the difference. Is James Cook the next Thurman Thomas? No, he's not. He's going to be good. James Cook, he's going to be good. But no, he's not the next Thurman Thomas. I think if I was going to compare him to a player that's played running back for Buffalo, maybe Travis Henry. Maybe he's like a Travis Henry type. But Travis Henry's pretty good. James Cook isn't the powerful back like Travis Henry was, but he'll have the same type of production, running and receiving. Yes, sir. Josh also says Boogie and Russo, 2 sacks each. Holy cow. I think the Bills are going to get to Burrow. I think that is definitely true. I think they'll get to them without blitzing. So we'll see about that. Let's talk about quickly about today's games. There are some, interesting developments, I guess you could say, more so for the fans of the other teams. But, the Jets losing and the Dolphins losing. Those two teams just fell hard. I kind of expected that. I didn't really think that the Dolphins would be there at the end. I didn't think the Jets were going to be there at the end. I think the Jets still have a 1% chance of making the playoffs. The Dolphins, I think, have a 1% chance of making the playoffs. So it looks like the AFC is only going to be represented by the Bills. I'll have to look that over, play around with the ESPN playoff machine a little bit. But for the most part, it looks like it's going to be, it could be the Steelers. The Steelers are playing right now. They're tied 3-3 at Baltimore. Would be Baltimore. I guess Baltimore's already in. Yeah, Baltimore's already in. And then the Chargers are already in. So I guess it's going to probably be the Steelers, Jacksonville, and like I said, I think the Dolphins and I'll look real quick. What are the chances right now of the Dolphins making the playoff? But anyway, they really, I guess you couldn't really hang this loss too much on the Dolphins. They were without Tua, and Tua, definitely proved to be one of the better players at his position. All right, so the Dolphins do have a good chance of still making the playoffs. As of right now, they have a 42% chance of making the playoffs. If they beat the Jets, it goes up to 70%, and then they're going to need very interesting. They're going to need, obviously, some games to fall their way. They're going to need the Bills to beat the Patriots. Okay, so the Dolphins actually, as long as the Dolphins beat the Jets next week, the Dolphins are in. Now, the Jets, on the other hand, they're done. They're done. Let's look at the Jets' chances as of right now. All right, they have a 0% chance. So I guess that's it. The Jets are done. They were done. They were knocked out today. Jets were knocked out today. Okay, so the Dolphins are still in there, and they're very fortunate that the Patriots are playing the Bills last game of the season, and they were probably very happy that the Kansas City Chiefs won, because if the Chiefs had lost, the Bills win on Monday night would make it unnecessary for Buffalo to start any of their starters. So that's that. That's that. So the playoffs are shaping up. We have Monday night and then one last weekend of football. Oh, my gosh. So the Bills are in the playoffs. The Bills have won the East. And yet, as a Bills fan, we are obviously not satisfied. Boy, things have changed, haven't they? Remember the days when we were just so happy if the Bills had made the playoffs. Like, oh, my gosh, where are the playoffs? And the thought of winning the AFC East was like, wow, we could possibly win the AFC East. Now here it is. We are in the playoffs. We won the AFC East. But if you're like me, you just know that there's another mountain to climb. So that is kind of messing with my head. I mean, shouldn't we be happy? Shouldn't we be happy that the Bills won the East and they've got the playoffs clinched, and no matter what happens over the next two games, we're in the tournament with a good team, a very good team? But we all know that if Buffalo, I'm going to say what I said last night, if Buffalo does not win tomorrow night, if Buffalo somehow loses to the Bengals on Monday Night Football tomorrow night, the Bills are not making the Super Bowl. They're not making it. And I know, like I said also last night, a lot of you are like, what, wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute. What about all this confidence you've been talking since the beginning of the season about the Bills making the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl like it's a lock? Well, two things. Oh, before I go any further, we have a new subscriber in my heart here, Jim Tripp. He may not be here right now, but Jim Tripp has been with me since the beginning of this insane project. So, Jim Tripp, hello. All right. So the Bills lose tomorrow. They are likely going to be playing 3 playoff games and at least one of them on the road. Most likely. Buffalo, as you know, under the Sean McDermott era, correct me if I'm wrong, but they are 0-4 in the playoffs on the road. 0-4. 0-4. They have not won a playoff game on the road. They lost to Jacksonville, Kansas City Chiefs twice, and the Texans. Right? 4? Buffalo at home, under Sean McDermott, have played 3 playoff games. That's not we've played 7 playoff games under Sean McDermott. We've played 3 playoff games at home under Sean McDermott. The Bills have won them all. The Colts, the Ravens, and the Colts, Ravens, and who the heck am I forgetting? Beat the Colts. And the Patriots, of course. We blasted the Patriots. 3-0 at home. So tomorrow night, if the Bills win, they're winning the number 1 seed. They're only playing 2 playoff games. They're going to both be at home. That's Super Bowl. Now, like I said, you guys are saying, well, wait a minute. What about all this confidence that you had about the Bills and winning the Super Bowl and it's a lock and everything? Yeah, we are winning the Super Bowl. And that's how we're going to win it. We're going to be playing 2 playoff games at home to get to the Super Bowl. And the only way we're going to do that, obviously, is if we win tomorrow night. So we're winning tomorrow night. That's that. I'm going to also give you my prediction at the end of this. So 2 things at the end of this stream. 2 things. My 1 player on defense is going to make a mammoth play tomorrow night, and my 1 player on offense is going to make a mammoth play. I wonder if you're going to think of the same guys that I'm thinking of. They might surprise you. Quickly about tomorrow, though. Okay? We don't have the greatest news heading into this game. For the most part, the team is healthy. But 1 player on defense that is questionable is Jordan Poyer. Wouldn't you stinking know it? Jordan Poyer is dealing with a knee injury. If Jordan Poyer somehow, some way, can't go tomorrow, things are going to get real interesting. Too interesting. More interesting than I want it to get. Because Jordan Poyer is absolutely, right now, I would say, possibly our best player on defense, but definitely the best player we have in our secondary. And I read that for all 3 losses this season, the Vikings, the Jets, and the Dolphins, Jordan Poyer was out. So, and the Jets they don't have an offense like the Bengals, Joe Burrow, and their receiving core. The Dolphins and Vikings kind of do. So I guess you could say that, we held up pretty well against those 2 teams with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle on the Dolphins. And then, of course, freaking Justin Jefferson, that unbelievable talent on the Vikings. And also some good receivers also around Justin Jefferson. We held up pretty well. But the point is that we lost those 3 games that Jordan Poyer was out. Now, as the Ravens just scored a touchdown just before halftime. Now, the Bengals are dealing with their own problems with the injury bug. And I think probably the biggest player that they're possibly going to miss, because he is questionable, is Sam Hubbard. Sam Hubbard is perhaps their best pass rusher, and he has a calf injury, so he might be out. And even if he plays, which I suspect he will, he might be hampered by that calf injury. And I don't want to necessarily pin my hopes on the injuries of our opponent, but hey, injuries are part of the game. If Sam Hubbard's not playing, well, so be it. Cock-a-doodle-doo. I'm a happy man. It'll even things out. We're without Von Miller and possibly without Jordan Poyer. So doggone it, our opponents can be without a couple players too. Speaking of more injuries for the Bengals, Trey Hendrickson, I guess, is playing, but he's playing with a cast on a broken wrist. That can't be too great. So the Bengals are going to be a little bit handicapped. Am I allowed to say handicapped now? Is that an okay thing to say? Am I going to get in trouble? Bengals are a little handicapped along the defensive front, and that's good. That's good because obviously that's going to give Josh Allen more time to throw, and I really think our running game is going to step up. Let's take a quick look at what you guys are saying in the chat. First of all, we got Hollywood Paladin. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. Happy New Year to everyone. 2023, the year that the Buffalo Bills win Super Bowl 57. The year that the Bills win their first Super Bowl, 2023. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Hollywood. Advanced says, I agree. If we don't get this game, I won't have much faith in the Super Bowl this year. Which is fine, man. Which is fine, but we're winning tomorrow night. You watch my channel blow up after we beat the Bengals tomorrow night. And then you follow up. Yeah, but the fact is the Bills ain't losing, so we're good. Air Allen got this. Doggone right, Skippy. And you're saying Jordan Phillips and Cole Beasley. I love those two players. Again, I'm going to share with you guys the one player on defense is going to have a big, huge, gigantic, game-changing play, and one guy on offense is going to have one big, huge, game-changing play. Not necessarily a great game, just two plays that are going to be plays that will make the difference. Mr. Richard Goodrich, what's up, my friend? Go Bills! Go Bills, 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 baby! Oh, man, I'm kidding. Fired up. I don't even know how I'm going to concentrate at work tomorrow. I don't know. Max Doberman, what's up? Cook and Diggs will have big games on offense. Milano and Russo on defense. I concur. The whole team's going to have, big plays all around the field. Again, I'm also going to get my prediction at the end of this stream. Yeah, we'll see what you guys think. But, yes. So, back to just the details of the game. Bengals are hurting on defense. Bills might be hurting a little bit on defense. Buffalo's offense has kind of been hot and cold, hit or miss. I think they'll be hitting on a whole lot more tomorrow. They'll be hitting a lot more. They'll be in the groove a lot more tomorrow compared to the other games earlier this season. I think Ken Dorsey's just pulling all the tricks out of his bag tomorrow. Not that we're going to be playing I don't think we're going to be doing a lot of trick plays. You're just going to see a lot of personnel on offense that we've been kind of screaming for over the past, few weeks. We're going to see more of James Cook. I think we're going to see some more Khalil Shakir. I think we're going to see a lot of Cole Beasley. And, I think Josh is going to run a lot. I think Josh is going to take the opportunity to run often. Not necessarily planned runs. I just think he is just going to take off running a lot more tomorrow than maybe usual. The guy already runs 6, 7, 8 times a game. I would be surprised to see Josh have 11, 12, 13 rushes tomorrow. All right. First, I'm going to reveal my score for tomorrow, my score prediction. You guys want to hop on and predict the score? I've got some predictions from the other streams over this last few days, giving away a hat and a hoodie if somebody gets the doggone score exactly right. As far as I know, no one's gotten it exactly right. I haven't gone through to make sure. I kind of leave it up to you guys. If you get back to me and say, hey, yo, I got the score right, I'm going to send you a hat and a hoodie. My score for tomorrow night: Buffalo 29, Bengals 23. 29-23. That is going to be the final score. 29-23. Buffalo's going to have a 29. Buffalo's going to have a 29-13 lead. And the Bengals are going to make it interesting. The Bengals are going to have the ball with 2.5 minutes to go, down 29-23. And then we're going to get that big play on defense that I've been talking about. And here we go. The guy that I think on defense that is going to make the game-changing play, and I'm even predicting it's going to be on the last drive of the game to stop the Bengals, pull it out on Monday Night Football in Cincinnati, and that player is Matt Milano. Not a tough call there, but Matt Milano not only is going to have a game-changing play, he is going to have probably the game of his career. I could see Milano having 1.5 sacks, forced fumble, and that game-changing play will be an interception of Joe Burrow. There you go. That's my one guy there. What's up, Luis Matos? Good to see you on the stream. Lewis says, Bills 30-27. Okay, you're expecting a nail biter. I don't know if I can handle 30-27. Woo! Hollywood says, if we can do it, I think Singletary and Cook have big running games. Yeah, I think so too. I do. The Bengals are much more stingy on defense than the Bears, but I think they could have repeat performances like they had against the Bills. Advance says Bills 38, Bengals 35. My gosh. All of us think they're going to be close games. This is going to be too much. I won't be able to handle it. Whoo! All right, you got the prediction already, Hollywood? Okay. What's up, Bills Mafia? You know what? Who is Jim Tripp, dude? Jim Tripp is a guy that's been a subscriber since the very beginning of this silly little channel. He has popped in and out constantly, and so I like to recognize, a subscriber every once in a while, throw them up there, whether they participate in the chat, maybe throw a couple bones at me every once in a while, so just to have some fun. So, yeah, in case you're thinking like that's my boyfriend or something. No, it's not my boyfriend. No. My boyfriend is upstairs. I got a wife. I'm kidding. All right. Milano is our Teddy Bruschi. Yeah, I agree. You say he sucks, but he just happens to be everywhere in the right time. What? I don't think you mean me. I don't think he sucks. I think he's great. If that was for me, I think Tremaine Edmonds. I don't think Tremaine Edmonds sucks either. I think Tremaine Edmonds can suck at very crucial times. But Tremaine Edmonds has been playing much, much better. All right, finally, the one player that tomorrow night is going to get us all up out of our seats, screaming and yelling and knocking the table of chips and salsa over and scaring the hell out of the dog and the cat and making the wife scream from the bedroom, keep it down out there. The one guy on offense that is going to absolutely thrill us to death tomorrow night is this guy on offense right here. You know him. as well as I do. Stefon Diggs. Stefon Diggs is going to make, you got it, Hollywood, Diggs. Diggs is going to make the play of the game. Take maybe a short pass and show Jamar Chase how it's done. Maybe take a deep pass over the middle and break a tackle and show T. Higgins how it's done. Our guy right there, Stefon Diggs. So Matt Milano and Stefon Diggs are the two players I expect to have huge, gigantic plays tomorrow night. Oh, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. It's coming here, and it's going to be crazy. I'll be live streaming the game. I'm going to try the best job I can to get through it. Diggs will get over 100 yards in this game, and the Bills will have 3 sacks and 1 interception. Let's go Buffalo. Yes, Louis Matos, I think that sounds just about right. This is a playoff game, people. The Bills win this game. They are a lock, a absolute lock of a lock to go and win the Super Bowl, period. If the Bills do not win this game tomorrow night, the Bills are not going to the Super Bowl. So that's why they're winning. Because I know for a fact the Buffalo Bills are winning Super Bowl 57. Hell yeah! See you tomorrow for the game, peeps!
The Bills make me wanna shout, kick your heels up and shout, throw your hands up and shout, throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Say you will.
Shout it right now, baby.
Say you will.
Come on, come on.
Say you will.
Come on and shout.
Say you will.
Yeah.
Shout.
Buffalo's happening now.
Shout.
We're on the move now.
Shout.
The Bills are happening now.
Shout.
They're making it happen now.
Shout.
We got the spirit.
Shout.
A lot of spirit, yeah.
Shout.
We got the spirit.
Shout.
Just watch it happen now. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
The Bills make me wanna
Shout.